Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. 4 ears today for you. Now, this first boy, and it was a young boy, I think he was 9-10 years old, seen his doctor on numerous occasions and had been treated for an ear infection. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think that's what the problem was. It was just that he had this big plug of mostly dead skin in his ear, in his right ear. Very nervous. I don't think he'd mind me saying that. Hello to you if you're watching, if you've managed to find the channel. So it took quite a bit of persuading to let me do this, but I think once he realised that it didn't hurt and it didn't feel a thing, then he was more than happy, because he could hear straight away a lot better. Now, what was funny about this one, because I do see a lot of children. I have a argument with this one, by the way. He was watching it on the screen. I think he found it quite funny that I was having real difficulty getting this little bit out from his left ear. But what was funny, I see a lot of children, and people ask me, is it more difficult doing children? Do you need extra training? The thing, I mean, an ear's an ear. It's just a smaller one. And yes, they're a bit more fragile. But the skill when it comes to doing children is more in your communication skills as to how you put that patient at rest, how you put them at ease, how you try and relax them, and how you try and persuade them that it's okay. So what I usually let them do is put the finger on top of the suction tube to check it's working. And when they put it on and they see that it pulls it up, they find that quite funny. I also lift the procedure chair that they're in. I like pump it up to get them higher and higher, and I accidentally put them too high near the ceiling, and they find that funny. And then I press a button on the floor which makes them drop suddenly, and I'm like, did you press something to make that chair drop? Anyways, all little things that help them feel at ease and relaxed, and that's where the skill comes in doing this kind of thing with children, because very few of them have had it done before when they come to me, so it's quite scary for a lot of them. But what was interesting about this young lad was when I was having a chat to him at first. I said, how old are you? Have you come from far? Oh, and it turned out they were quite local. I said, what school did you go to? And he told me what school he goes to. So what year are you in? And what class are you in? Turns out he was in the same class as my daughter, as my youngest daughter, Eva, who he obviously knew. So yeah, it's a small world, very, very small world. So I'm sure when he goes back to school, because he had a half an hour off, then he'll probably go and tell you, I've seen your dad this morning. Anyway, we had a right battle with this one in his left ear, a lot drier, not as much oiling, because they didn't think there was much of a problem. And left behind this very dry bit ear, which was not going to come out any other way than to get the forceps in there. And by this point, he was very relaxed, enjoyed watching it on the screen. And like I said, if you managed to find the video, great, hello to you. There's his eardrum afterwards, which is nice and clear. Second patient here is a regular patient of mine. I think I see him every 3 months or so. Not 100% blocked, but not far off. This one was worse than the one you've just seen. As you can see, a lot of skin, a lot of skin being shed in this ear. Quite narrow as well, quite difficult to get inside this one. You have to prop it open with both the endoscope and the suction tube as well. But whilst it does block at the entrance here, it doesn't go particularly deep down. So as soon as you get the first bit here, there's usually very little behind it. Just a few little remnants around the edges. You might hear him talking quite a bit in the background. He enjoys watching this. I think you might hear him, he's quite a fan of saying, oh, crikey. Which people don't use crikey often enough these days, do they? It's a good old-fashioned exclamation word.
Oh, crikey.
There you go. Oh, crikey. Yeah, a lot of these words, all words are dying out, aren't they? Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey. Oh, blimey. In fact, the older people use them a lot more. Let's bring them back, eh? Now this is the other one. It's a bit softer. I think he'd oiled this a bit more. I think he just dropped an expletive there as well. I didn't realise that was it. Hopefully that doesn't get me a ban on social media for a little bit. I'm sure it won't.
Cool.
So it sucked up all the bit from the outside, but yeah, there is a little bits here that are a bit deeper down. So I've had to go down to the fine end tube It's a bit deeper. We didn't want any squeaking, so grab that bit and then a little bit just in front of the eardrum.
Oh, crikey.
There we go, another crikey. And out that one comes, and a little bit of skin left at the top there. So not going to make too much difference at all, this. But I thought we'll get it while we're already in there. So a quick little slurp,
great.
and out that one pops. So let's get behind that and have a look
Why
at the
does hair
patient.
grow in your ears?
Why do hairs grow in your ears? I did explain that to him afterwards. You need hairs in your ear. Some have more than others. But you need them. It's a natural sieve. It's nature's natural filtration system to stop things flying in there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.